Hi guys, welcome to Master Your Marketing Masterclass. One of our training videos is me. Ta-da! I know I've interviewed tons of people and given you great content, but I had to give you a section of myself as well. So if you've learned a little bit along the way as you've been watching the series, I am Karie Millspaugh. I am an online business marketing coach. That little staple of information is super important because I only work with online marketing. I don't coach brick and mortar type businesses in billboard marketing or putting an ad in a newspaper. That's just not my type of business. But if you want to take your business online and create multiple streams of income as a laptop lifestyle, I'm your girl. And that's kind of how I describe myself often. I've been working in the business world for a very long time. I've had multiple startups, but the online business world really hits home for me. The reason being is I'm a single mother. My daughter is now 13, but I like being a hands-on mom. I like the freedom and flexibility to have career, plus be the first face she sees when she comes home from school. So there's something about that flexibility working from home that just really resonates well with me, and it's something I always wanted to achieve. So back in 2005, I started as a wellness coach, kind of worked my way into the business world in 2009, worked for a global business coaching company then took my own brand online in 2013. Once I went global with my own brand, it changed my whole world. And that's why I do what I do today, is because I truly believe you get to have that as well. Only if you want to work from anywhere in the world, okay? So again, that's what the laptop lifestyle is. Because of online, beautiful technology, we have so much opportunity these days. There's no excuses not to take your business to a more virtual space. And if you're ever inquiring that, I'm your coach, okay? So that's what I do. It's real crystal clear. I want to go really deep quickly into the 3 online marketing myths. A lot of things that I've seen over the years that I've worked with clients, especially new startups that come to me or potential already in business type people. They come to me with these challenges, and I want to just break the myth busters right now and call it all out so you guys can be super successful in your business, because that's what it's all about more than anything. So over the years, I've done my Laptop Lifestyle Academy, which is a group program. I've done my Biz Academy, which was for online marketing women. It was women only. It was beautiful. They'd already been in business. We took them to the next level. I have my Business by Design mastermind, where I work privately with clients. I have my List Building 101, which is just a quick down and dirty list building class or course. And I've had a year-long course from employee to entrepreneur, taking people out of their current jobs and building their business, which is what I did. You know, create your exit strategy as you're working your full-time job. It's a beautiful space to be in. You can do this, okay? You can do this. So I want to call these myths. I'm going to go right into it. I like to dive in. I just wanted to give you a little snippet of who I am. The 3 marketing myths, and I was going to call them mistakes, and to be honest, I don't really think they're mistakes, because mistake isn't that's when you do something incorrectly, even though you're giving the right knowledge. You choose to go this direction. I don't believe they're mistakes. I just believe we're misinformed sometimes, or we've been told bad advice from another coach or a friend or someone you think that is an expert in this particular industry, and they're not. So think about it that way. I want to say more like myths, or I heard from so-and-so, or I read somewhere, and I just want to kind of clear that out so that we can go really quick, deep dive into the simple training, which is all my series. This whole series is just a simple bite-sized chunks for you guys to Netflix binge on and watch at one time, and get really clear on, you know, how you can take your business to the next level. Okay, whatever that looks like for you, or even start a business. If you're brand new to starting a business, I want you to know, number one, we have a team here that can do everything for you. We've got done for you packages. You don't have to always know everything. But I also want to encourage you to do it the right way the first time. It's so much easier than going backwards and fixing all of the areas that were kind of done under misinformed knowledge. Okay, so we're going to use that word, misinformed versus mistake. Okay, so let's go right into myth number 1. I'm just already programmed myself. And let me minimize my screen here so that I'm not in your face too much, but yet you can still see I'm a human being up in the corner there. This is exactly how I train my clients too, so this format's fun for me. Myth number 1, and I see this often: I don't need social media for my business. Unfortunately, what do most people do? How often are you on your phone? Seriously, how often are you on your phone? I'm putting mine off to the side here on silent to make sure it is off. How often are you on your phone? Okay. How often are you on social media? And just kind of think about that. And usually the people that don't think that social media is important for their business usually are the ones that are kind of anti-social media, period. They don't jump on YouTube. They don't use Instagram. They have teenagers that use it too much and they're trying to get out of their house altogether. Maybe they use LinkedIn one time to find a job, but they really haven't done anything with it since then. Perhaps maybe Snapchat is like a bad word in your house. Maybe Facebook is just a time consumer and you really don't want to be on there. And that's okay, but your business needs to be on there because that's where people are playing. It's like saying, well, if everyone's in a playground, I don't need to be a sandbox. I don't need to be the swing set. Everybody's in the playground. Everybody's already there. Facebook just recently said it had over 1 billion users. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There's 7 billion people on the planet. And yes, most of them are on Facebook, at least checking it monthly, weekly, daily, depends on the demographic, of course, in the country. But don't you want to be seen where people are already at? That's kind of my question to you. If someone's already got their phone in their face, and that is 85% and higher are looking at your business from their smartphone. If they're already here, and if you don't believe me, go to Starbucks, go anywhere, go somewhere public and take a look around. You've got people looking at their phone as they're walking to their car. How dangerous is that? Not to mention doing it while driving. They got their face in their phone, and this is, we're not even going to go into how unhealthy that is because that's not my point today, because it is. We all know that. Unplug and get connected. The key is, if that's where people are looking, you want to be seen there. And your social media platform should be kept up to date. If you don't hire someone to do your social media for you, then don't have a platform for it. That's my advice. If you're going to have Twitter but not post anything for 2 years, you look like you're out of business. Or if you have a Facebook page but you rarely ever post anything personal, you only share a few things here and there, you're going to look like a fake profile. Or again, if you don't post very often, it looks almost like you're, again, out of business, unplugged, not connected, not engaged, not current. You know, maybe your business is closed. That's what it'll look like. So I encourage you to, and again, I'm not here to give you an overwhelming list of things to do. I'm here to give you a solution and show you why you need it, okay? Social media is 50% of my clients. When my friends say, well, Karie, you're on Facebook quite a bit, or you're on Instagram. Of course I am. 50% of my clients come from there. Why wouldn't I want to be? I make connections on LinkedIn all day long for my other business. Why would I not want to be there? That's like leaving money on the table, okay? And I highly suggest, and I just made a post about this recently, don't put all your marketing eggs in one basket. I don't want you to just do Facebook only. Facebook could turn off tomorrow. It's borrowed real estate. But I do want you to take advantage of all the avenues out there. Don't just say, I'm going to build an email list and that's it, and not put your marketing eggs in other baskets. That's smart marketing. That's smart business. You want to have multiple streams coming from multiple places so that if one dries up, this particular stream dries up, you're good. You've got 4 or 5 other streams. If something happens to Facebook, God forbid, or email marketing or anything like that, you are okay because you're still getting this trickle of leads and potential clients and customers coming to you. That, my friends, is smart business, okay? Let's move on to myth number 2. Actually, let me just stop for a second here. Hire a social media manager. If this is draining for you, I can refer you to a social media marketing manager. I can refer you to outsourced help. Smart business owners get outsourced help. They don't hire employees, they get outsourced help. Why? Because there's no business overhead. You don't have to pay taxes on that employee. You don't have to pay for their benefits, and you only pay for whatever hours they're working. It's so much easier than hiring someone full-time. And I used to come from the corporate world, so I speak from experience, and I used to work in HR, human resources. So it's a lot cheaper than bringing in a full-time employee and not having enough work for them, or they're killing 4 hours a day screwing around. Okay, we've all been there. We've seen that as managers, owners, and so on. Outsource help, guys. I've got teams in place. Contact me. Karie, I need help here. I don't know how to manage my social media. I don't want to manage my social media. That's okay. We've got people out there that will do that for you. And it doesn't have to be expensive, okay? Give them 10, 15 hours of work a month or a week, and they are good to go. And you will look like a shining star, and you'll notice your business will go up. It's a huge return on investment every time. You will always get your money back when you outsource that type of help, okay? So there's always a solution. Reach out to me personally. I'll happily help you fill in those gaps. So let's move into myth number 2. Myth number 2 is websites aren't that important. Now, isn't that just a shame? Because in all honesty, and as this has happened, and when I was given poor advice when I first started my business, my coach at the time, and I can relate and understand why she might have said that, is I need you to just build a landing page, build your email list. You don't need a website yet. And I understand she wanted us just to dive in and start to make money or create something. But the challenge with that is people will research you. You will be window shopped. Your website and anything else we find out online, social media as well, creates visibility and credibility. Those are 2 things that are so critical when you're bringing people on board, okay? And I'm going to open this up a little bit more. I'm just going to give you a little more Karie expression here. It's super important that visibility and credibility, even if you go and meet someone and you're swapping business cards, okay? Here you go. Oh, I'm so-and-so. I do this. Great. What's the first thing you do after a networking event? You go and look them up online. Am I right? You go and go, I wonder if there's any testimonials out there. I wonder if anybody I know has used them. I'm going to ask around. Even if it was referral, you're still going to go right to their Facebook page. That's my first. My first is to go, I'm conditioned to go to their Facebook page. If it looks like they haven't posted anything in 10 years, I'm not probably going to reach out to them. But back to websites. Websites, people do judge you. Make sure your website's up to date. I do a rebrand every 2 years. Why? Because websites change all the time. The look and feel and the beautiful themes and choices we have and the layouts that we have change all the time and become more robust. So you might as well change it out. It's kind of like changing your look, getting a new hairstyle, a few new dresses, change up your car, whatever you do in your life that makes you feel good about yourself and staying up to date. Otherwise, we'd all have that big 80s hair, right? Early 90s. You should see my 1992 senior pictures. Pretty interesting. If we didn't have that up to date, we would look archaic or like we were stuck in a certain decade, and that's not what I want for you. So websites don't have to be a challenge. They're very easy to upload. They're very easy to create. Again, I've got a team in place if you need this, okay? I'm always going to provide the solution. They can update it, give you a brand new facelift. They can even give you whatever, if you don't have one, you can turn it on tomorrow. I mean, it's very easy to get started. Not having a website is like not having a storefront. It is your virtual storefront. It's not just a vanity plate out there, guys. It's not just for vanity's sakes, okay? Now, when you have a website, number one thing that happens is you look like a legitimate business. You're actually real. Oh, okay, you've got that imprint out in the online world, the virtual world that says you're somebody. It's like having your own address out in, the airwaves of online marketing. It's like having your own residence, okay? Not only that, but you're leaving money on the table as well. Websites are meant for conversion, not just vanity. Ooh, look at me. I've got all this credibility and visibility, which is, again, great. But deep down, you know that that's only going to go so far. It's really about making money at the end of the day. That's why we're in business. Otherwise, it would be a hobby, correct? So your website's meant to capture leads, capture sales. You want conversions to products, right? People to buy. You want to capture contacts, maybe get them in your newsletter list, subscription, some way to consistently nurture those potential buyers or nurture those leads. It's a way to capture leads, of course. And if you're like me, it's a way to capture people onto my calendar. I get free consultations all the time to see if we're a good fit or if there's something I can help you with or my company can work with you for. So what kind of way are you going to do that without a website? That's a lot of hustle, guys. Without a website, you're doing everything manually. You're calling, you're emailing, you're creating spreadsheets and things archaically to somehow manage leads and keep track of them when you could have had an email list this whole time that was getting consistent information sent out every week or twice a week. How awful is that? It's not a myth. Websites are necessary. If you want to look like a reputable business, you need to have one. Even if you can't dump a ton of money into that today, you should see my very first website. I spent $200 on it. I knew I needed a space to stop, some place to drive traffic to convert into leads, people on my calendar, sales, product sales, getting their information. There's just so many ways to, obviously, in the credibility, visibility. I wanted someplace to land so they could go, who is this Karie girl anyway? You know, and I always choose, when I work with public figures, which is all my clients, they're all public figures. They choose their domain as their first and last name or their name. Mine is kariemillspaugh.com because I know I'm not going to change. I'm always going to be Karie Millspaugh. Whether my business changes brands and names and logos, and because that's what we do is we evolve as people. We grow and evolve into our business. Sometimes we change our mind, okay? So the beautiful part of all of that is stick with your name. If you're a public figure like myself, choose your name. It just makes it so much easier that people can remember you, your face. Your name is your logo. Your face is your logo. And ultimately, they're not always going to remember your business name or your business domain name. So just a little tidbit on the side there. So yes, websites are important. They are mandatory, in my opinion. You do not exist online. You are not a real business unless I can find you on my phone or I can Google you. How many times have you Googled a business and you've only gotten their Yelp address and they didn't even have a website? Or no, I'm sorry, not Yelp address, but they got some Yelp reviews. And you're like, but where are you? I just want to check your menu. It's a restaurant. Or maybe I just want to know where you're located. Or is there a phone number I can call? Or I want to just see some pictures and see if I even want to go there. Or where are you located and what directions, you know, that kind of stuff shows up all the time. It's frustrating if you can't find a website for a particular business and you're researching, or maybe you're even out of town and you're just looking for places to go and visit and take your family to. Frustrating. Websites are very important. Never believe the myth that it's not necessary to have one. Biggest one ever, okay? It could hurt your business massively. Reach out to me if you need help with any of these situations. I've got web designers. I've got a team, okay? So on to myth number 3. If I build it online, they will come. Sorry. If they build it online, they will come, okay? So that kind of goes back to the movie, Field of Dreams, I believe it was, about baseball, okay? Don't hold me to that. It's anything about business, sports, not as good as I'd like to be. So, unfortunately, guys, once you do build social media platforms and a website, people don't just show up. There's a way to get them to show up. You've got to build. It's like building a business in the middle of nowhere, in the desert. I live here in Las Vegas, so picture that emptiness between Las Vegas and California. When I go for a drive to California, there's a whole lot of nothing out there. If I were to plop a business like a diner or something in the middle of nowhere, not near any crossroad, major crossroads, or a freeway, how good do you think that business would do? Do you think that diner or boutique would stay in business very long? Probably not. Same with your website. You've got to create crossroads and traffic, and that's called SEO. You've got to drive traffic to the site. You've got to tell your ideal client where to go, your ideal customer where to go. You've got to create that traffic, give it direction. And how do we do that? Through Google AdWords, through Facebook ads, through SEO, organic SEO, your social media. You build that up first, and then you tell on your social media where you point directions and traffic to your domain, to your website. Go here for this blog, go here for this article, go here for this free ebook, this free gift, free offer, read this, read that. Listen to my podcast, listen to my videos, watch this, particular training series like you're on today, okay? We are the ones pushing people to the website. If you just put up a website and you don't do anything to it, It's going to be like that diner or boutique that's parked out in the middle of Nowheresville, okay? And there's a whole lot of Nowheresville. If anybody's ever driven from Vegas to California, that's kind of what's going on in my mind. That image of, desert and tumbleweeds rolling by. That's going to be your website. And that's the truth. That's literally how it works, guys. It's not rocket science. Build it, they will come. Yes, if you show them how to get there. If you create a really simple strategy from A to B and how to get there, yes, they will come, guys, I promise. So real quick through those 3 myths. Number 1, social media is very important. Never think that your business does not need it. I don't care what type of business it is. I've yet to see one that would not benefit from social media. Not only do you need a Facebook program or platform, you can't run Facebook ads without one. You've got to have at least that. If you don't want to manage it, hire it out. Get a social media manager. Call Karie, text Karie, message Karie, private message me, email Karie. She will happily refer some great options. And I always give 3 referrals so you can choose which works best for you. That's smart business. I always get 3 proposals, okay? Myth 2, again, I don't really need a website. I've got Facebook. Maybe you're a social media holic and you think your website's not that important. How are you going to convert all that traffic? How are you going to send people to a place where they can either purchase something or get on your newsletter list or get on your calendar? All those things that you want. How you can look visible and credible. I've seen it all the time on social media. Hey, you got a website? Well, no, but please pay me $10,000 for some program. You can't even get a website? You're charging me 10 grand for your program, but you don't have a website? That just raises a lot of red flags, okay? A lot of warning bells go off when I see that, and I see it often. So ultimately, the key thing is you kind of need to have those systems in place. And thirdly, of course, please hire out the Facebook ads. Many people will set up sales funnels, and that's great, but nothing's going to happen to the sales funnel because we do that in my team too. We create sales funnels all day long for our clients. But the ammunition and the fuel is Facebook ads. You've got to drive traffic to the funnel or it doesn't work. It's like a car on empty, just sitting there. It could be pretty. Could be the most beautiful car ever, brand new, smells yummy. Everybody wants to drive it. But without the gas in the car, it's not going to go. And the gas is your Facebook ads, Google ads. There's so many ways to turn that on. And that's how it works, guys. Online marketing doesn't have to be crazy, brain damaging, overwhelming. Call me or my team. Get on my calendar. Let's do a quick consult. What do you need? Because we have a lot of done for you packages where we'll do everything for you. We'll do all the heavy lifting. You still need to be the creative person and put your pretty face on stuff or help us with logo colors or branding colors. But ultimately, we're going to do the heavy lifting for you so you can just work on the parts of your business that you love. Most business owners go into business because they really love selling cupcakes and baking cupcakes. They don't love online marketing. I do. Hire that out for somebody that plays in it all day. Or some people just love to speak on stage all day. That's all they want to do. I'm a speaker's agent. What a coincidence. I will get you on stage. You can just focus on being the person on stage. We'll do the heavy lifting for you. My company does a lot of that support underneath your wings, that the wind beneath your wings kind of support, so you can be your best self. So you can be that public figure, that business owner that gets to shine doing what you love. Okay, so just a little truth and reality here today, and of course some solutions. My entire team can help you. If this sounds like something that you're missing a few spots in your business, a few cracks, a few missing links, because marketing needs to connect properly for it to work. And if there could be a crack in your link or a link missing altogether, and your leads and potential customers, and that's money, guys, that's money, is falling through the cracks somewhere, we can help you repair that quickly. Okay, so just reach out. In this body of this video, on this landing page, there's a free consult button to get on my calendar or talk to me or one of my team, and we can quickly take a quick assessment, see how you're doing, give you a quick diagnosis to what you need for your business, give you a proposal. If that works, great. If not, at least you know what you need done, and you can go get those 3 proposals. Remember, I told you always get 3. Okay? Big hugs, big love, guys. This is Karie Millspaugh. Thank you for joining my Master your Marketing Masterclass training series. I hope you've enjoyed all of the series and then some. Please keep watching the videos and the trainings that I provided in this particular training series. I had you in mind. Keep this in your library. If you didn't purchase the upgrade, I highly suggest you do, because you'll need to revisit this often. So you can have that library of content. Get your all access pass, guys. It's pennies, practically pennies to get. That way you can revisit these videos over and over again and take them and use them in your business, okay? Big hugs, big hugs, big love, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for joining me.